Hi everybody. Today's lesson is very exciting. We get to combine our knowledge of angles and algebra and put it together. So we're only going to concentrate on two different kinds of angles here. Actually, let me add in a... So complementary are going to be two angles next to each other that add up to 90. It's a dead giveaway because it's going to have that 90 degree. It's going to look like an L. How do you remember complementary is 90? Check this out. Does that look like a 90 degrees? Complementary, there you go. Supplementary is always a straight line because this angle plus this angle altogether is 180. Guys, I've been using a protractor sometimes. Look, a protractor that's a 90 degrees would be straight up and down, an L. 180 is a straight line across. That's how we're getting this 180. And how do you remember supplementary is 180? You put a 1, that's an 8, 0, kind of, maybe. All right, so let's get right to our first example. And I'm going to draw it with you. These are going to be really important notes for you to refer to, so make sure you're writing these down with me. And we're going to draw a picture first. We're going to draw the 90 degree angle, dead giveaway, and we're going to make it two angles. And we're going to say this angle is 2x, so this amount right here, and this angle here is going to be 68 degrees. So our job is to use the fact that we know together these two add up to 90. So our first step is just putting that into an equation. So we know if we take 2x, whatever that is, and we add it to 68, we're supposed to get 90 degrees. That's all we have to work with according to this picture. All right, so that's the hardest part. Look at the picture, set up the equation, kind of like with the word problems. Read the words, set up the equation, same thing, and all we have to do is solve for x. So I'm going to subtract the 68. I'm left with 2x equals 12. Divide by the 2. I get x equals 6, and I am done. Just like that. All right, let's try another one. That's 90 degrees. See how we do here. So same picture. 90 degrees, and let's draw like this. And we're going to say this little angle is just x. And the bigger one is 4x plus 25. All right, so this one's a little different. It has an x in both spots, but we can deal with it. We know the same information. We know these two things together are supposed to add up to 90. So that will be how we set it up. If we take the 4x plus the 25, we add x to it all together. That is supposed to equal 90 because of this picture. All right, and we're going to solve just like we would. Now, I like to get, if there's a bunch of terms with x's in them, I like to get them together. So 4x plus another x, that's 5x. We still have the 25. And I'm going to subtract 25 from both sides. I'm left with 5x equals 55. And divide by 5, and we have x equals 11, and we are done. Okay. Now, the other kind of problem we're going to practice from up above is if the angles are supplementary. So let's draw this. Let's draw a straight line across. Oh, sorry for the blurriness. And let's draw another angle coming off. We're going to say the smaller angle is 40 degrees and the bigger one is 2x plus 80. Okay, now it's the same idea as up here. These two angles added up to 90. Can you tell what these two angles, right, because they're on a straight line, these two together are going to add up to 180. So it's the same process, just a different number over here on the right. All right, so if you get a picture with a straight line, you know those two angles add up to 180. And you just solve it the same. So you got 2x, 80 and 40 is 120. And we're going to subtract the 120. Gets us down to 60. And divide by 2, x is 30, and we are done. All right, so that's supplementary. Let's do one more like that, and that will be all you needed. I'll flip this over for today's lesson. Let's do a different picture though. You do have a couple pictures, I think, like this on your homework, so 2 lines that cross. Let's draw that. And this top angle here is going to be 2x plus 76. And the one next to it is 4x plus 8. Now don't be confused here. A lot of kids think these are vertical angles. They're not. They would be if they were straight across from each other. So if I gave you this top angle and this bottom one, that would be vertical. Or if I gave you this one and this one. But look, these two are next to each other on a straight line. Here's your supplementary. It's almost like you could take this part off, right? There's your straight line, 180. So these two, just like the last one, you're going to add all of this up, and it's going to equal 180. So yeah, that's a long stretch, but we're going to get things together here. So I've got a 2x with a 4x, that's 6x. A 76 with an 8, that's going to be 84. Now it should just be a normal 2-step. So get rid of the 84, subtract it. So 6x equals, that'll bring us down to 96. And how do we get x by itself? We divide by 6. 96 divided by 6 is 16, and we are done. Okay, so watch out for this picture. If they're next to each other, that still adds up to 180. Basically, guys, your homework, if I go back to the beginning here, it's going to be one of these 2 pictures every time. So if it's in an L with the box here, looks like a 90, your equation's going to add up to 90. If it's a straight line, any way you turn it, then it's going to equal 180. All right, so work on that worksheet. It's due tomorrow. You can use Cami and type it, or use the paintbrush, or if you guys would rather, write it on paper and take a picture. That is totally fine with me. All right, just as long as I can see your process here, so I can help you if you're stuck on anything. All right, keep up the good work, guys. Let me know if you have questions.